quite often there are certain people we don't let them in unless they bring their guitar.
Yeah.
We know we get to hear them perform, and we love this guy, Darren Coggan. Good morning.
Good morning, good morning, good morning. Thank you guys. Thanks for having me on.
This is live, no overdubs, nothing. Everything is happening as you hear it.
It is very, very much live at 7 o'clock in the morning.
You're going to sing in a minute. Darren, the show Peacetrain, the Cat Stevens story, quite amazing. I know we chatted last time you were in the studio about how it all began, but just refresh us again. Yeah,
well, I mean, the genesis for the show basically was from people telling me that I sounded like Cat Stevens, and I am a big fan of the Cat and have played his songs, you know, since I was a small boy, and I would always include one of his songs, a cover of one of his songs amongst my own songs performing around Australia, and it was always that song that people commented on the most. They'd say, "Oh, we like what you're doing, but my goodness, you sound just like Cat Stevens."
You're obviously more of a Ginger Tom.
I am very much a Ginger Tom. That's right. I look nothing like him.
I was going to say, the worst tribute when it comes to looking like the artist.
Absolutely. Well, see, this is what, so it's not an impersonation. I don't come out and try to pretend to be him or anything like that. I come out as myself, as Darren, and narrate his very inspiring story, very inspiring journey of self-discovery around 25 of the most timeless songs of our time. They're incredible.
And now, when he converted to Islam and renamed himself Yusuf Islam, a lot of people at the time, I remember, thought, this is just a bit of a fad thing. He'll be back on stage in no time being Cat Stevens. But it really has become the new man. He is a different person.
Most definitely. I think when he first, converted and found his faith, that I think a lot of his fans felt like they'd lost a friend. All of it. It seemed quite a radical and sudden decision to his millions of fans. But I think in his own mindset, he'd been breaking down those barriers for a long time, and had been searching for fulfillment outside of, I guess the excesses of fame and fortune, which he certainly indulged in, and was probably in quite a dark place, really, at the time. So, yeah, like you said, he was certainly a man of his word, and sort of, it's been 30 years. He's now started performing again and recording again, which is great for all of his fans. But yes, it was about a 30-year absence, and he literally turned his back on the music industry. And that's the kind of, we try to answer that question in our show as to why. What led him to that point?
Well, Cat Stevens had several periods of his life. In the 60s, there was that pop star. Yeah. He was a pop star. Yeah. Then the sensitive singer-songwriter. Then the big gap, and now back again.
That's right. He's certainly had, they say most cats have 9 lives. He's definitely had 3 very distinct chapters in his life, for sure.
Speaking of the pop period, do you do Ben Applegas?
Oh, we used to. We used to have that in the show. Oh my goodness, I can't believe you mentioned
great song.
Yeah. It's not in the show now.
It was an Australian hit, and I remember seeing a film clip at the theatre. Yeah. Like, I'd go to the Winter Garden Theatre in Ipswich, and that's quite rare to get film clips in those days, and this Ben Applegas thing would come up. It was crazy. Cool. Great song.
Yeah, great song. Yeah, we should probably put that back in.
There we go.
We used to have that in there, and people would say, "What is that about?" And I go, "You know what? I got no idea what that's about." But,
Darren, the show has just gone from strength to strength. Your audiences now are huge. I mean, you started in these little theatrettes, and now you're doing big performances.
I know, it's absolutely crazy. I mean, tonight we're at the Tivoli, and I've not played there before, but it's a legendary venue, obviously, and very excited about that. So, kind of selfishly, on a personal level, this show has been incredible for me to play those kind of venues, and, the Sydney Opera House, and as a performer, that's been a real treat and a real thrill.
The Tivoli's wonderful. I saw Puppetry of the Penis there. The acoustics are amazing.
Well, that's our encore section. We kind of do a little bit of a tribute to that as well.
Whoa.
No, I'm joking.
You've reached
I don't do comedy.
Well, you've got a guitar,
neither did they. They were very serious with their art.